that I would like that you check, and then we're going to talk about it and some other problems that we face, okay, with the environment.
Okay.
Please don't trust in these closed caption subtitles, because sometimes they are wrong, okay? They are not perfectly. So try to use your ear. Let me know if you can see the image, the picture.
Yes, teacher, I can see it.
Okay, Karen. Karen.
And yes, teacher, I can see perfect.
Okay, Jocelyn.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, and now let me know if you listen here.
The presence or introduction into the environment of a substance pollution.
It's
The
okay?
presence or introduction into the environment of a substance that
Yes,
has
teacher.
Properly, and it is so fast.
It's so fast, but the sound volume is okay, or you need more volume?
A little more volume. Or maybe it's here.
More slow, please. It could be a good idea, I think, no?
I can change the speed of the audio, yes, but I can put more volume, yes. So let me connect the speakers. Okay, here I have the speakers. You connect them, and then you listen better. Try to hear and catch the most things that you can. But it's the same.
harmful or poisonous effects on pollution. The presence or introduction into the environment of a substance that has harmful or poisonous effects on the environment, and even us. Pollution comes in a variety of different ways. It may come in the water, in the land, or even in the air. There are also two others, much less well known, light pollution and noise pollution. However, those are not the worst of our problems. Pollution can ruin our ozone layer. It can prevent plants from growing, and even kill our animals.
Let us start with a very dangerous, but little known form of pollution now, the dangers of land pollution. Land pollution can be formed through many ways, including industrial activities, domestic waste, and agricultural activities. Land pollution is caused not just by landfills and domestic waste, but also by many other things, including the deforestation, which is the cutting down of trees, industrial wastes, such as nuclear substances, mining, and even some forms of mechanization.
Domestic wastes, including landfills, can be a huge problem. Domestic waste is the buildup of home garbage in a certain place. They are of a huge threat to the public. Landfills will attract detrivores and decomposers, which are in some cases not good for the environment. These detrivores can include mice, voles, seagulls, and other nasty beings. Despite all the problems posed by land pollution, that is not the least of our problems. One serious problem posed by us would be the introduction of water pollution.
Water pollution is not something that only comes from one source. It comes from many, and those include wastewaters, sewage, marine dumping, and industrial pollution, which includes oil pollution. Wastewaters are very dangerous, both for your health and the health of your ecosystems.
Sewage would include all feces, urine, and other toxic wastes. If this waste is not treated, though, the bacteria will escape, causing the spread of diseases and impurification of water, leading animals to die. When chemicals are in the water, they will cause immense damage to other nearby ecosystems.
This type of water is referred to as brown sludge. On the other hand, there is also a huge issue called coastal or marine dumping.
When substances are dumped into our water bodies, it will be known as marine dumping. No information about this was kept before the 1990s. Any object could potentially be dumped into water. These may include oil, plastics, and other objects. Oil, however, is one that is very dangerous for the health of our ecosystems. Oil takes a long time to be broken down naturally and moves quickly throughout the seas. One prime example of this in action would be the famous BP oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, as shown here.
In case, British Petroleum has sent 7 oil spillage cleanup vessels in order to deal with any potential pollution. Katie?
Under the base, it was rich. So, you see it. I mean, it's raining oil.
Another type of dumping is the dumping of chemicals. If there is too much alkaline in the water, then animals can't survive at that pH level. Indeed, they will die. One other huge method of water pollution would be the dumping of plastics and other objects. These objects choke and will kill over 100,000 marine animals each year. Some beaches may even contain so many pollutants that it can become an animal graveyard.
However, aside from the beaches, there is one place where this is definitely present, in the Pacific trash vortexes. Each one of the two is almost twice as big as Texas, and is only growing larger. These two garbage patches are connected by a string of trash, called the 6,000-mile-long convergence zone. There are vortexes in every major sea or ocean.
But did you also know that there is air pollution? Air becomes polluted when noxious gases or black carbon particulates are released into the air. There are 3 main gases that cause air pollution. These are sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, and nitrogen oxides. Sulfur dioxide occurs mainly when coal or oil are burned in power plants. This gas is also commonly found in smokestacks, as shown here.
Carbon monoxide is caused mainly by gasoline equipment. Others are aircraft, diesel, and railroads. Carbon monoxide is much like carbon dioxide, meaning that it is a harmful greenhouse gas. Nitrogen oxides only occur at higher temperatures. It facilitates and causes acid rain. It is known to cause eutrophication. It is caused, again, by transportation vehicles and power plants.
Now to move on, a brief overview of black carbon pollution.
This phenomenon may account for 18% of the world's global warming. It causes soupy brown air.
This is only used to describe industrial particulate pollution.
Did you know that nature creates its own pollution too? Volcanoes spew ash into the atmosphere, providing a stream of sulfur dioxide.
The acid reacts with sunlight and blocks it, sort of like what happened on Mount Pinatubo.
Over towns and farmlands, killing more than 300 people.
Windstorms can also pick up dirt and place it in the atmosphere. Forest fires can create industrial-sized smog and can release carbon from the trees into the atmosphere. Organic matter dies, and when they do, they will release their carbon into the atmosphere. Also, when warmed, our oceans will release some of the carbon they have stored, causing natural pollution. Please note that this was all under regulation before the arrival of humans. If not for us, pollution would not be a problem.
Pollution also has negative effects on our ecosystems. Amphibians are hit hardest by water pollution. They absorb water through their skin, so any toxins present get directly inside their bodies. Insects will no longer be able to glide on water due to the amount of pollution in the form of debris or oils. In a land ecosystem, when chemicals seep into the ground, plants may be tainted and will not be able to perform core functions.
It's about time that you face the facts. We must do something about pollution. Pollution is bad for our health. It kills millions of people each year who get heart disease,
Lead poisoning,
And even some lung problems.
and furthermore, 40% of America's rivers are too polluted from fishing, swimming, or aquatic life. What can we do to help this growing problem? We can recycle, plant a tree, get better fuel-efficient cars, or even contact our local authorities and governments to raise awareness and put in place plans to make our community a cleaner, ecological place.
We just passed over the development in northern Alberta of the tar sands.
Pollution affects us through the air,
the land,
And the waters. This is something we must be aware of as we proceed into a hopefully greener future.
So this is a good day. It's a good day in the fight for cleaner air.
Okay. This is all about this short video that shows us what is the problem that we have, and maybe we know but we don't do anything to prevent them, or maybe some of us do something to prevent that, but it's not enough. Yes. So it was so faster for you?
Excuse me, teacher.
It was so faster to you, the video?
No, a little bit, but because of the letters, the subtitles, it helps a lot.
Yes, of course, but we need to learn to read faster.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Jocelyn, could you understand the main idea? You can support the knowledge about the using the images?
Yes, teacher. The problem, the video is the sorry, is the contamination is affecting our ecosystem.
The ecosystem.
Yes. Firstly, it is affecting the plants, animals, and especially us, because us, because many people
Continue.
are not. Because many people are not aware.
Yes.
Aware of the Madam, I no recuerdo. The
damage, yes.
Damage, they do. For example, for example, when they throw the garbage to the rivers, also with the smoke from the factories and the different products with thrown with tirar. I do not remember the verbs tirar.
Drop. You said drop.
Yeah, and the different products the what throw on the rivers or sea is is affecting our ecosystem.
Yes, that's true. I have a question for you, Jocelyn, and for Estela and Karen too. What is pollution for you? What do you understand about pollution? Pollution.
I think that pollution can means two things.
Okay.
The first thing, it could be that is contamination, and the second one is pollution, like pollution.
Okay, and there is a difference between contamination or pollution for you?
I think that that the pollution is more associated something like the air, and the contamination pues, is something more general.
Okay, so what types of pollution can you say? Maybe you heard in the audio.
Of water,
Yeah.
and the air, and the atmosphere. I don't know if it's the same with the air.
Yes.
And maybe the meaning, but I don't remember. In the
Okay.
video, I didn't see.
Okay.
Oh yes, I
That's
don't know.
okay. Don't worry, that's okay. Estela, what about you? What is the meaning for pollution in your case?
The meaning for pollution, it is a negative effect that affects natural elements that we need for life. I think the pollution, in my case, pollution is the same as contamination.
Okay. Okay, and there are other type of pollution that you can remember or you have seen?
I hear in the video landfills, noise pollution,
Noise pollution, yes.
air pollution,
Yeah.
and also I know deforestation,
Yes, of course.
and there are also maybe um, what else? Mm, overpollution. No, sorry, overpopulation. Overpopulation.
Overpopulation, yes.
Yes, I think that
Also oil spills. Oil spills.
yes, oil spills. Yes.
And Jocelyn, what is your idea of pollution? Thank you, Stella.
The idea de repeat the question, please.
What is your idea of pollution?
The idea is the contamination the ecosystem for me.
Contamination, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, and do you know another kind of contamination that humans can produce?
Yes. The the person are produce this problem.
For example, besides of trash, what else? What can we produce? What another kind of contamination we can see in the streets?
I do not understand. Cannot produce the contamination.
Yes, for example, humans or people not only produce noisy contamination or noisy pollution, not only we contaminate the air or the land, yes, but what else? What is another type of pollution or contamination? You know? No?
No.
All of you, do you know or do you think that visual contamination is another problem? Visual contamination.
I think it can be.
Yes, for example, when is the term, it doesn't happen nowadays, but 5 or 10 years ago, in the political campaigns, they use a lot of billboards around the city and around towns everywhere, and you couldn't pass one block when you could see the picture of the candidate in any wall or in the posts or in a billboard on the roof of a house. Yes, I think that it is another kind of contamination. The
Yes, I agree. I agree with you.
uh-huh. What about, for example, graffitis?
Also.
Uh-huh. Some of them are excellent because it is a demonstration of art, yes, but others don't use it like this, but in another way to offend somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Jocelyn, could you please remember me, where do you live?
What, teacher?
Where do you live? What is the name of your city?
São Paulo, Maranhão.
Excuse me, could you please repeat?
I live in São Paulo, Maranhão.
Ah, São Paulo.
Yes.
You can see visual contamination in São Paulo?
No.
No, there are graffitis in the wall, on the walls or around the streets.
No. In this town, no.
Okay. What about you, Estela? In I for La Calera.
In La Calera, no. But in Bogota, years ago, it was worse. Right now, it is controlled. But here in La Calera is like a place that we care about it. We don't have graffitis and about politics, just a little bit.
Okay. And Karen, what about in Choachi?
We have a big, very big posters, and in the I don't know, around the road.
Uh-huh.
Here I think I 5 big posters, but um, now is more often that you um, receive an folleto schedule or
Brochure.
something like that. Brochure,
Brochure.
yes, brochure with all the lies, promises, and yes, and with shirts. All the people I have a shirt of his
Right?
favorite. Yes, then vote por.
Yes, vote for somebody else. Vote for
Yes,
Gaviria or something like that.
yes. Yes, but no. Before when is las corridas de toros,
Bullfights.
all fights, they used to um, paste a lot of cows and for everywhere, and they had yeah, that was very stressing, and with the car
Uh-huh.
for all the town. Gran corrida de toros en la Plaza La Morenita.
Okay,
Yes,
maybe this is a noisy pollution, yes, because
yes,
they made.
yes, and they always give give you a brochure.
Uh-huh, yes.
Is
Oh,
something.
what do you think, Karen, is the biggest problem of the world? Talking
Mm,
about or in general or about the about contamination? Or in general, what is the biggest problem?
I think that the biggest problem is the contamination, because if we kill the planet, we will dead, and don't care if the government or the other people steal the money, because we don't eat money. We eat fruits and vegetables, and then I think that is better save the planet, and after we will kill the stealers.
Yes, and what about you, Jocelyn? What do you think is the biggest problem of our world? Do you agree with Karen, or do you think that there is another important problem? Jocelyn, what is another problem that the world is facing? Another biggest problem, because Karen said that the pollution is one of them. Estela,
Yes, teacher.
I don't know why.
When you ask about the problem, it is about pollution or it is in general?
It could be in general, Estela. You can give me an answer in general.
I think um, uh, After pollution should be politics, but for me the first problem right now is pollution.
Okay. Yes, maybe politics because the treatment that they are having with the nation,
Mhm.
the conversations that they have between them or among them. Yes. But what about the insecurity? Because you talk something about overpopulation, and that's true. And for example, in the few years we have seen many Venezuelan people here in Colombia, and for example in Bogota there are many people who is from Venezuela but also from other departments of Colombia, and that caused insecurity because there are not the same opportunities to apply for a job. Yes, and the conditions change.
Yes, it is true. About overpollution, I found something. Can I read it? It's
Yes,
just
of course.
I found more population simple means more demand for food, clothes, and shelter. You need more space to grow food and provide homes for millions of people. This results in deforestation, which is another factor of environmental degradation.
Yes, and that's true. I think that it's necessary to create a law or a policy that avoid or restrict families in the number of babies or children, as once it was in Japan or in Canada or in so many European countries. Yes, that only one per family.
I also read, I don't have it here, but I also read
Red?
that that is more the people that born than the people that die, because with the medicine, like not much people die as years ago. Then the population is more, is increasing.
Yes, increasing. Mhm.
Yes,
Yes, and it's something absurd, but I can't understand how people can have more than three babies. I think that too, it's okay, but
yes,
for with this situation that we are facing, that we have in Colombia, it's a little complicated.
yes, teacher is true.
Mhm. Okay, so who is the main factor of making pollution, or what is the main factor of making pollution? Jocelyn or Karen? Who is the principal factor, or what is the principal factor of making pollution?
I think that there is a lot of factories. I think that the most is the about the cement
Uh-huh.
and the blocks, ladrillos,
Bricks.
bricks. Yes, because they um, first have to cook the bricks and the and maybe the cement they grind the cement
Mm-hmm.
and they um, produce air pollution because the el humito
The smoke. The
when
smoke.
the smoke when you cook the bricks and when you got out the bricks you have to cut or I am not sure about that but there is a lot of um polvo
Dust.
dust and that can be very very uh, dangerous for the humans that is around the workers and something like that. I think that is very very dangerous.
Uh-huh. Okay.
and
Uh-huh. Continue.
and yes, I can you can find that in the atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
You can see that damage because when you go at I don't know if it's Ubate for that road,
Yeah.
there is a lot of factories like that. Then the sky is always gray. You
Okay.
can see the tone because it's always a cloud gray or gray cloud,
A gray cloud.
gray, gray cloud on the factory.
Okay. Okay. So it's you can see quickly.
Yes, yes, and I always feel scared about that because they uh, follow working and don't take an uh, prevention or something like that for don't produce that smoke.
Yes, Estela, what is your opinion about that?
My opinion is that people is the factor that cause more pollution. Because if we see people produce air pollution, land pollution, noise pollution, landfills, overpopulation. The only thing that is not by the men, by the is like natural causes. Is the only thing. The rest is all is made by people.
Okay. And Jocelyn, what do you think?
Okay. I think the people are the ones that are contaminating our ecosystem. Uh, so so which is affecting the smoke of the factories, um, the garbage they throw into the river, the oil in the rivers, the different products mm, thrown by the factories, especially the person are produce the population for, for population.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yes. So persons are or people are the cause of pollution. They cause
Yes.
pollution. Mm. Okay. Okay, Jocelyn. How earth pollution affects your health, Jocelyn? How air pollution affects your health? ¿Cómo afecta tu salud la contaminación de la tierra, del aire, del agua?
Okay. It's affect because of uh, respirar, because our breath breath respirar
Breathe,
bridge.
breathe.
Yes.
Okay, like breathing problems. Yes, breathing problems. Yes, this is one of the causes. Estela, what another ones?
It causes respiratory problems like pneumonia and asthma. And now we know that millions of people die because that effects.
Yes, and Karen, what else? What can you add?
I don't know, maybe the cancer.
Yes, this is, for example,
Cancer.
cancer.
Um, um, I don't know. I don't know more.
Okay, what about, for example, digestive
Mm,
problems?
Also,
excuse me, teacher.
skin
Digestive
problems.
problems. Digestive.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
Allergies.
yes, and maybe the rhinitis.
Yes, of course. Uh-huh. It can be a cause for that.
Yes. On
Mhm.
the babies when they just got out at the world and have problems since they uh, since he's born, they already have problems because the environment is very contaminated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about the endangered species? You know what is endangered species?
Speech, like one speech.
Any species, for example, what are those who are in danger of extinction?
Maybe I don't understand the word. Speech for me is like speech.
No, species.
Especies, ¿sí?
Yes.
Okay, I was
I was
thinking.
I was thinking I was searching in the translator.
No,
Speech
like speech.
habla.
Okay,
Yo
yes.
habla.
Species. Uh-huh.
Yes, it's been very, very, very sad because we kill the animals and we we just cut one tree. We are killing a lot of family of birds,
Mm-hmm.
mapaches, um, fox,
Raccoons.
raccoons, foxes, tigers, lions. Um, that they can live without us, but we can live without them.
Yes, that's totally true. Mm-hmm. What else, Jocelyn and Estelle?
I think deforestation is the cause that kill more
Yeah.
species, because people talar. I have the word
Cut
logging,
down. Cut down.
logging.
Cut down.
All right, I found a word like logging con double G.
Okay, logging is right too. That, for example, we talk about logging companies, and logging
All right,
companies are those who cut down the trees and the rainforest and woods.
all right. People log amount of trees, a lot of trees, and with that, many uh, mm, species disappear.
Yes, yes, of course, because we are killing their environment, their house. Mm.
Another is like, um, oh, what is the word? Eh, I had the word, but I don't know where I wrote it. Las quemas, something fire.
The fires, the
What is the word?
burn fires.
Yes, bonfire is another way that people kill a lot of species.
Yes, and for example, when we or when some, because I'm not this kind of a person, but when they go for a picnic or to make a trip, yes, or a journey in the mountains, they eat, yes, they eat in bottles or in plastic elements, and they drop the garbage. Yes, like they don't care about others or about the consequences that it brings to that environment.
Yes, teacher.
Jocelyn, in San Pablo, there is a river. There is an important river.
Yes, teacher.
What is the
The
name
river,
of that river?
the river in Port is Mayo, Mayo River.
Excuse me?
The river in Port is Mayo River. Mayo River. It's
Mayor?
the name. See, it's the name.
Okay, and what is the characteristics of this river? It is contaminated or their waters are clean?
No. In this river, there are it's not contaminated because the people are conscious,
Conscience, see, or aware?
conscious, conscious the the important the river. Uh, the people the people share with family every Sunday.
Okay, so it's a plan to go there every Sunday and swim.
Yes,
Okay, so it is possible to get fun there in the near to the river or in the shore.
yes,
Oh, okay, that's excellent. And there is an environmental problem in San Paulo, Jocelyn? There is an environmental problem?
the one problem in this town is the mm, drug addiction.
Okay, yes, yes, that's okay.
There are not problems ambientals, no. Uh,
Okay, so it's great to hear that because we think that all the towns near Colombia are affected by the contamination or the pollution, but it's sad because the drugs are bad too, yes, and they kill many people and destroy families. Yes. And Estela, what about in La Calera? There is an environmental problem nowadays.
Mm, right now, I think they are building a new, not building a new, but they are fixing a principal road, no, principal, uh, una vía principal.
Yes,
Uh,
a main road is okay, or a highway.
okay, it's road, no highway. And a lot of companies are working on that project. They are fixing it, and it is a good idea because they are making it big. Now, after they finish, people who ride bicycle can go safe, but they are mm, doing excavations and
Dicks.
I don't know the word. Mm, digs. What is that?
Dicks are las excavaciones.
Yes, okay, digs and rompiendo, uh,
Breaking is okay.
breaking, yes, breaking uh, the land around the road.
Okay.
There is a lot of machines, a lot of people. They are working since patios en the peaje, in the, how to say peaje? Okay, since patios, Calera, and they reach to Sopo, and it's a big place that they are fixing.
Yes, you can say le atoll. Atoll is like the peajes.
Toll with T?
Yes,
Okay,
like with O,
okay,
toll.
toll. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
from the toll in patios to Sopo. Uh,
Okay.
it's like short distances, but sometimes, like normally in half an hour, we can reach from Calera to Bogota. But right now, we spend sometimes more than 1 hour.
Yes, because there are many cars.
Yes,
Yes,
and they have to stop the traffic, and
uh,
while they are working, people are driving.
yes, because they can work during the night. I don't know why, but they try sometimes to do something during the night, but others they do in the morning because it is the schedule for them. Yeah.
Yes, and without that, there were traffic. Imagine now. It is terrible
Mm.
sometimes.
Yes, and with the possibility to acquire a car, yes, so it will be a problem that will increase.
Yes,
Yes, because many people can have a car nowadays, and there is not a problem about the money or yes, the finances that this person can have.
yes,
If you
teacher.
have a minimum salary, there are possibilities that you can get a car.
Yes, and then it's like more than one factor. First, is like machines produce more contamination because there are a lot of machines in all the way, and also they break the land and make traffic. It's like a lot of things that the work cause.
It's a problem by another one, another, and continues another, and it's like a cycle.
Yes, teacher.
What about Choachi, Karen? There is an environmental problem.
Yes, I think that Stella and me have the same problem
Oh,
because
yes, because that road is going that way.
yes,
Oh,
is the all the people from here are working there. It's something crazy. Uh,
okay.
yes, but we in the one, profe, ¿cómo era que se decía vereda?
Path?
Sidewalk,
Oh, yeah, it's path is okay. Path.
path,
P- yes, path.
path
PAT.
in a path. Some engineers, I don't know, was trying to do franking, franking, I don't know,
What is that?
franking. Is the when you make a hole very, very, very longer, it's like a study of meaning. That is something
Oh,
that Duque will approve in the future. It's something very, 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 very dangerous. And in the middle of a paramo,
uh-huh.
and then the people said no, and a lawyer, ecologist lawyer,
Yes.
they made an manifestation. Then he didn't eat for a month for don't let them made franking. Mm, I don't remember. Cracking?
Ah,
It's
okay.
something
Yes.
like that.
I think that is tracking.
Yes, yes, franking.
Mhm.
And they and he was very slim and ugly, and they don't make do that in that paramo because uh, there is a lot of um, falls and lakes, natural lakes,
Mhm.
when the the water is pure, very clean. You can see the rocks, the fish, all is very beautiful. And the other part was in the principal road, that is Chochi Bogota, that they make um they cut trees and they was trying to make the road more big, but they can do it because that was an uh, the floor is very unstable.
Okay, in this case, it's the soil.
So yes, because um, it is in a mountain. Then in the mountain is the big fall that is called La Chorrera,
Uh-huh.
and they have a little kids from all the mountain. Then all that is greda.
Say Greta?
Yes, greda. I don't know.
I think it's mud. Let me remember the word. I don't know if Stella remember. It's mud?
Or is clay, profe?
Okay,
C
clay.
L
You can
clay.
use clay. Yes.
Yes, and it's clay. Then they was trying to do zapata on a hole for make the principal um, column of the road. But at the next day, that was in the that fell down because no, I don't know, don't this is not good for make a construction, and is very important because in for this road like 3 times the mountain falls down, and uh, mm, uh, block the road, and then you can, and it's very dangerous because it's in a mountain.
Yes, of course. And this mountain can suffer slides. No?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, in that mountain, had that like more or less 10 persons in an accident and things like that is very, very sad.
Yes, yes, I understand. What about noisy problems? Choachi is affected by this kind of contamination?
No, I
Noisy?
think that no, I think I would like that the people put music or something like that, but no, the police is very strict with that. And if you are making noises,
Uh,
uh, arrive the police and make you
and how get
and
or find you.
yes, that is
But that time.
hmm?
Because, for example, here in my neighborhood, many neighbors put the stereo yes, and with music that I don't like, and we need to stand that because if we call the police, they don't do anything. They don't come.
Yes, no here, yes, but I am the noisy neighbor. Then I have to be careful because maybe the police can arrive in my home.
Yes, of course. You respect the rules.
Yes, but it's so hard don't put the music loud because I really like it. Then I don't know.
While you check your sound because it is poor. So Estela, let me know if in La Calera there is a noisy problem or in your neighborhood you face or you need to stand this kind of problem, or it's something similar as Choachi.
Sometimes in the place where I live, there are like 100 houses. And sometimes if your neighbors want to make noise until late with music and they laugh, but we are working on that. And like to do the something that we do about like that kind of situations is like some papers that they say that we can what we can allow and what no, what don't. I don't know the name of that.
Like
Uh,
a yes, like a leaflet or like a brochure with information about
yes, yes.
things that you have to and don't have to do, maybe.
Yes, because we just started with that. We are only organizing that. And about the highway of the main road, there is a little more of more noise because of big trucks, more cars. Um, but I don't really think that we have that problem. And here in the houses, also, some neighbors have dogs and they
Okay.
bark all the time, and it is like annoying.
Yes, of course. And what about you, Jocelyn? There is noisy problems in your town?
Teacher, I don't understand what you say.
Noise. There are noisy problems in your town? Ruido, problemas de ruido en tu pueblo, en tu ciudad?
Mm, yes, one problem is is by motorcycle because many young uh, run the motorcycle for this street is very um, at of the year at at of the year.
Excuse me, I can hear you.
The word aturdir.
You can say stun. Stun.
Okay. Uh, these motorcycles aturden.
Stun.
And this motorcycle stand the the stand the this it is the problem. Uh,
Okay. And what about car fumes? Do you present or do you face this problem or is only the motorbike fumes?
yes,
Yes, motorbike fumes?
yes.
Okay. And Jocelyn, what do you do to reduce the problem? For example, helping about the problem that we are facing of water or air pollution or noisy pollution. So what do you do? Or domestical waste, yes. So what do you do, for example, at home with the domestic waste?
In home, I I could can the tour the son the mascot.
What? I couldn't understand your idea. For example, I mean, for example, the garbage that is in your house, like plastic bottles or plastic bags, oil, the toilet paper, napkins, the dirty napkins, and all of these waste that we produce in our houses. What do you do with this garbage? Do you classify them or do you throw all the garbage in one only one dustbin?
Mm,
Excuse me.
no, teacher, I do not understand.
You use the recycling as a way to classify the garbage.
Garbage, garbage. I do not remember garbage.
You don't do that?
Why?
¿Tú no clasifican en tu casa o en tu pueblo o ciudad las basuras? Por ejemplo, el plástico, del orgánico, de lo que sirve, de lo que no se puede volver a
No, no. In this town, no. Eh, all all the all the produce uh,
all the waste,
all
all
the
of the desechos. Mhm.
go to the um, just
Dustbin.
yes.
Okay. What about in your case, Estela? Maybe in your building complex or around La Calera, there is a program of recycling?
We are trying. We started like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, doing campañas, doing
Campaigns?
campaigns about it. But inside the house, sometimes it's a little difficult because um, we try bottles to
Mhm.
put when we throw the garbage, we try to put the bottles in one place, visible, and when we put the garbage outside and the truck come to pick it up, some people comes and take the cartons,
Yeah.
the and plastic bottles, and it is like a way to help. But inside the house, we don't used to have like a bin for to different to divide it. We don't have it.
Okay. And in your case, Karen? But excuse me, Karen.
Yes.
Okay, no, continue. Don't worry. Sorry.
In home, yes, we try to recycle. The organic things are in a bucket.
But okay, yeah.
Um, in a bucket. The inorganic things are in a in other bucket, and the carton and papers. Some here is an association
Yes.
about that. Then they every Monday and Thursday, they come for the papers and carton and yes, carton.
Okay, something similar happens here in Cajica, but with the organic one. Yes, on Mondays, the truck car passes and keep all this organic waste. And Wednesdays, the truck passes, but keeping all the or taking all the garbage that is not reused. And recyclers, yes, people who are in a kind of um, vehicle. They recollect the carton and the bottles and the plastic bags, plastic bottles, especially. But this is on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I think that Cajica is the leader of this kind of recycling system. I heard that. And many other towns near to Cajica are adapting this way of recycling. Yes, and it can help, but when there is the day of the recycling about organic products or waste, the ends or the final smell that you can smell around the environment is not too good because about the smell of this garbage. Yeah. So, for example, in the main streets, after the car passes, you can feel in the atmosphere that bad smells. And also we say, so how can we produce too much quantity of garbage, and how can it be diet or reused in yes. So it's incredible how we produce garbage and waste, and we don't care about that because, as Stella said, in the increasing of the population, it demands more food, more things, more and more. Yes, but there is not a place to put all of that. I think it's like another city. Yes. Are you there? Or are you sleepy?
No.
Okay, you are so in silence today, totally different from the last class. Maybe because the topic, no?
Yes, I don't know. Or maybe for the bad news for the future for me. I know.
So, I mean, what would you do if you were the leader of your city? For example,
Um,
if I were the leader of my city, I
yes,
would ban cars around the main park. Yes, because
yes,
in Capital, in the main part, you can find and see many cars parking or passing around the park. So it would be a good idea if they don't have the permission to pass there and to be there. So if I were the leader of my city, I would ban cars. What about you? Let me know for.
I would like to maybe fix, well, try to fix the damage of the environment. Maybe I don't know if, teach as the people how to um, plan in the camp, how to um, conservar skip, ¿cierto, profe?
Yes, it's
How
possible.
to keep the plants and all the people and don't use a toxic substance
Uh-huh.
in the floor. That because my father told me that when he was a kid, I say, whoo, mentiras. His grandfather, they just put a potato in the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a big potatoes that was a very good floor, but now it's very contaminated. You can have the I don't know the size of the potatoes and the onions and all the things. You have to use a lot of toxic uh, substance for that the plants grow. I think that maybe I will change that.
Yes, that's true. I saw my granddad doing that. Yes, I helped him growing and planting new, for example, beans or green beans, potatoes, and corn too. And he used the same technique as your father's grandfather, your father's father. Yes.
Yeah,
Uh, uh-huh.
but they
What?
don't. I don't know because the things was very different. I think that if I want to change that, I have to. I don't know. Put TNT there and clean the sky and how many things I have to do. I have to do a lot of things, and because maybe the people already damage some natural lakes
Natural
because
lakes, yeah.
yes, because the construction the
Until
them house build
how? Mhm.
ponen las casas encima de los lagos, then
Ah,
ahí entonces pues la tapan y pues sí, o sea, eso afecta mucho y la tierra se seca, entonces
uh,
empieza a rodar.
yes, I understand you. What you mean? Okay. Any other thing that you can do if you were the leader of your city?
Mm, no.
What about you? What about you, Estela? Sorry.
If I were the leader of my city, I will invest money in special containers to classify the garbage for all the houses.
Excellent. Another the technique.
Mm, I will uh, promote. Is a word? Promote?
You would promote.
Yes. Um, to use more bicycles than cars and motorcycles inside the city.
Okay, excellent. Jocelyn, what about you? If you were the city of your, if you were the leader of your city?
Yes, teacher.
What would you do if you were the leader of your city? ¿Qué harías si fueras la líder de tu ciudad?
Mm, I I can I can recycle the waste, recycle the dust, basuras, the dusting.
You can use garbage or litter.
Okay. Recycle the district,
Even trash.
huh?
Even trash. You can say trash too. Trash.
Okay. Classify the classify the waste, and I can organize the group for 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 contribute the project, for for the next, para mejorar el ecosistema.
The ecosystem.
Yes.
To improve the ecosystem. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And this is my last question for you. What is the future of the planet? Yes. What do you think is the future of our planet? And what will be the future for our children or our children's children? Roxelin, what is the future of our planet?
Mm.
What is the future?
I
Yes.
think the future of our planet is very sad, because if we are not conscious of taking care of the things that we have, our children and grandchildren and the children after will suffer the consequences.
Yes, that's true. Karen?
Yes, I think the same of Stella. Maybe um, our kids, for example, my son. I don't know what will be the future, or my grandsons. Maybe they have to live in Mars or something like that.
Yes, we don't know. Or in the moon, on the moon.
Yes.
Yes. We don't know if maybe in 20 years it will be possible to live in the earth. Yes. Maybe yes, maybe not.
I don't want to travel there.
You don't want to, what?
To travel there. to go to
What?
another planet.
Ah, okay. No, me neither. I feel scared about that. Yes.
I am saving money. I
Okay, excellent.
I will spend my money.
no, I am save money. I don't know. Maybe I have to go with the money if I don't have the cash for the ticket. I don't know.
As
What
the
can I do?
movie 2012 is that?
Yes.
2000
2012. I think there is a movie that people, only rich people, had a ticket to go on uh, sub. I saw a ship that go inside the water again.
Okay, yes, I remember that movie.
But I think it is 2012.
I think, yes, I think it's a problem. Yes, it's a big problem that the world is facing in that movie. Yeah.
Yes, then Karen is going to save money from now.
Okay, that's good, Karen, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, teacher.
I'm just telling, what do you think is the future of our world? World.
Yes. um.
Jocelyn, Jocelyn, it's incredible. Are you ready?
Hello.
Yes. Okay, Jocelyn. What is the future of our world? Do you agree with Estela and Karen?
Ay,
¿Qué piensas del futuro de nuestro planeta? ¿Será mejor? It will be better?
no, I can. I think is it means oh, se me olvidó. Um,
Okay, I can't hear you.
um,
No, Jocelyn, I can't hear you.
uh, I think this will be worse. Worse.
Okay, why?
Uh, because the people I do not I do not conscient
Mm-hmm.
the import uh, the imports what the natural
Nature, yes.
um, um, sorry.
Okay, Jocelyn, don't worry. It's something that is incredible is that the people is aware of this problem. Many of us know what to do, but it's not enough. Maybe the four of us do something to solve the problem or to try to help or to support in order to decrease this problem, yes. But what about the other part of the world? What about the other part of people that they don't care dropping a plastic bag or a, a piece of wood, or maybe when they finish the chips, yes, they drop the napkin or the plastic bag on the streets, yes. Or what about those people who doesn't recycle the paper with the organic and with other kind of ways that is not that is not reused. So if you do something, or if we do something to try to improve this big problem, there are others that don't help us, and it is complicated. Yes. So I don't know, but we need to be, or the other people need to be conscious about this, and maybe they need to face the problems, and in that way they will do something else. They will do something important to support our environment. Yes.
Yes.
But it's hard. It's hard, and we need to wait. Maybe you're right, maybe not. So only in the future, if we are able to be in that time, or our children, we'll see what will happen with our world. Yes. Now we can make predictions, and we can say that this is the we have a view, a wrong view of our environment. Yes, that it won't be the best to live in, but maybe we are wrong. Maybe uh, people or create something like a dome or something like that to protect us, and to protect the part of the planet that we will have. Or maybe we will suffer an ice age again.
Okay.
Yes.